When a clown seats himself on the throne, he does not become a king. The kingdom becomes a circus. Heard of that? This is what happened with Rome, when the emperor went nuts into his power gains. He was born in the most noble family and he turned it into his personal circus. Born into luxury, surrounded by women. He wanted to be the living god, worshipped, praised, and applause for his evilness. This was Commodus. Yes, this guy, the biological son of Marcus Aurelius. Yes, you heard that right. The philosopher-emperor. The man who believed power should be quiet, disciplined, and heavy with responsibility. But Commodus was the opposite of his father. He was born in 161 AD inside the palace. The same year, his father became emperor. While his father learned to discipline, he learned to be treated like a spoiled brat. From childhood, people bowed to him, not because he earned it, because of his bloodline, and that's where it all went wrong. Marcus Aurelius believed his son would grow into duty. He made Commodus co-emperor in 177 AD when Commodus was just 16. By 180 AD, Marcus Aurelius was dead, and an 18-year-old boy ruled the most powerful empire on earth. Commodus hated war, not because he hated violence, because that didn't bring him the praise he always wanted from generals and the establishment, so he started signing peace treaties to show off. He started fighting, walking into the arena, dressed like a god. He increasingly associated himself with Hercules, but he didn't fight gladiators. He fought wounded prisoners, criminals, people tied down, men with no weapons, animals that had already been injured. He was basically obsessed with gladiator games and poor people of Rome. They were forced to cheer. Women were not partners to him. They were trophies. He kept mistresses and took women from their husbands. Ancient writers describe him boasting about his sexual power, making the palace feel more like a brothel than a government. He had everything you could ever dream of and in excess. Food, sex, violence, praise. He executed people on rumors. He had lists of people he planned to kill next. But people, they kind of had enough of his BS. They did not feel like they were being ruled but felt hostage. Inside the palace, everyone was fearful. They start to fear him and secretly hate him for misusing every ounce of his power. He had even his closest companions feared him. One of them was a woman named Marcia. Marcia wasn't just a lover. She knew his habits. She knew his moods. She knew where he kept his kill lists. In 192 AD, Commodus planned a massacre. Names were written down. Marcia's name was on the list. That night, she poisoned his wine. Commodus was, as usually, playing around with his prostitutes and mistresses while he drank the poisoned wine given by Marcia. Suddenly, he stands up. Laughed and then collapsed, but he didn't die right off. The poison was slow and Commodus was strong, so he started screaming for help. Everyone in the palace knew if he didn't die, he will execute every of them. So they called Narcissus, a wrestler, the man who trained Emperor's body. Narcissus entered the steam-filled bathroom and found Commodus on the floor, choking on poison. Narcissus wrapped his arms around his neck and held him there until Rome's ruler stopped breathing. Date: December 31st, 192 AD. No battlefield, no glory, no crowd. Rome woke up without Commodus. And for the first time in years, the city felt relief. The son of Marcus Aurelius did not fall to enemies. He fell to the people closest to him. Commodus ruled with sheer ego. Marcus Aurelius believed power is a duty, while he believed it is nothing but a stage for him to show off. But in both cases, Rome paid the price. Commodus was the evilest emperor Rome had, and if he would be a little bit like his father, the world is more likely to forgive him.